2025. As of late 2022, 63% of Nigerians, 133 million people, were multidimensionally poor, experiencing interconnected deprivations in health, education, living standards, and work. This is significantly higher than the rate of monetary poverty alone and is most severe in the northern regions and rural areas, with over 90% of children being affected in the hardest-hit states. Key statistics from the 2022 Multi-dimensional Poverty Index, MPI. The Nigerian MPI survey, a collaboration between the National Bureau of Statistics, NBS, the United Nations Development Programme, UNDP, and others, revealed the following about the state of poverty in the country. National MPI. The national MPI is 0.257, meaning poor people in Nigeria experience just over 1/4 of all possible deprivations. Regional disparity. The North has a disproportionate share of the poor, with 65% of multidimensionally poor people, 86 million, residing there, compared to 35% in the South. Rural-urban divide. Poverty is more acute in rural areas, where 72% of the population is poor, compared to 42% in urban areas. Child poverty. An overwhelming 67.5% of children, 0-17, are multidimensionally poor, with nearly 90% of rural children living in poverty. Top deprivation indicators. The most common deprivations include a lack of clean cooking fuel and adequate sanitation, followed by limited access to healthcare, food insecurity, and substandard housing. Factors driving multidimensional poverty. The multidimensional nature of poverty in Nigeria is driven by a combination of interconnected factors. Socioeconomic instability, high inflation, particularly the astronomical hike in food and energy prices, has weakened the purchasing power of vulnerable households. The economy's heavy dependence on the volatile oil and gas sector leaves it susceptible to shocks. Insecurity and conflict. Persistent social unrest, violence and insecurity, including attacks by groups like Boko Haram and communal clashes between herders and farmers, have displaced populations and destroyed livelihoods. Weak governance and corruption. Systemic issues such as corruption, inefficient resource management and income inequality limit access to public services for the poor and concentrate wealth among the political elite. Gender and rural inequality. Rural women and people with disabilities are disproportionately affected by poverty, facing unequal access to education, healthcare, and productive resources. Underemployment and poor education. The lack of productive, well-paying jobs combined with a poor education system traps many in a cycle of poverty. Many employed individuals earn wages insufficient to escape deprivation. Climate change. Extreme weather events like flooding have destroyed farmlands, exacerbating food insecurity and poverty, especially for those without insurance. Government policy responses and their challenges. The Nigerian government has implemented various programs to address poverty, but their effectiveness has been limited by systemic issues. Social investment programs. Initiatives like the National Social Investment Program, NSIP, Conditional Cash Transfer, CCT, and homegrown school feeding aim to provide financial and nutritional support to the most vulnerable. Economic policies. Policies to improve financial management, curb inflation, and boost job creation have been pursued, though reports indicate that poverty has continued to rise despite these efforts. Agricultural support. Programs like the Anchor Borrowers Program and credit schemes for farmers aim to boost agricultural production and combat food insecurity. Education programs. Initiatives such as the Universal Basic Education (UBE) program were designed to increase school enrollment and improve educational outcomes. Challenges. Many government programs suffer from poor coordination, insufficient resources, corruption, and a lack of proper monitoring and evaluation. This leads to a disconnect between policy intent and actual impact. Let us know through comments if you agree or disagree. Please drop your debates and intelligent opinion in the comments. We have more in store, so please like, subscribe, and share.